Welcome to 1000 PS, welcome to the beautiful hills of the Austrian Alps, and welcome to Triumph's new Tiger 1200 GT Pro, which has been tweaked for 2024. So new for 2024 is Triumph's big 1200 Tiger. Now this bike may have escaped you and just gone a little bit underneath the radar. So at 1000 PS we did the launch in Scotland, which was a brave move by Triumph, and obviously it was a bit wet and a bit cold. But we've had the opportunity to put the new GT Pro through its paces here in the Austrian Alps. Now Triumph haven't broken any records or smashed up anything or rewritten the rule book. None of those cliches. They've essentially just tweaked the 1200 ever so slightly. So they've added an electronic way of lowering the rear shock, which is new for 2024 and puts it on par with the competition from BMW, even Harley Davidson. So one press of the home button for around 5 seconds lowers the shock around 20 mil and it automatically reverts. Really good for short riders like me, and it really makes a significant difference. They've also tweaked and played with the engine slightly and the firing order. So there's now less tendency for the bike to stall at low RPM. And they've also tried to kind of, let's put it, reduce the vibration of the T-plane crank and kind of reduce the character a little. So some people have been hugely complimentary of the Triumph triple engine in this bike. They love the T-plane crank, they love the feel, they love the character, they love the kind of bit of vibration and the enjoyment that that bike brings. But others have been a little bit critical, saying it was a little too vibey, a little bit too tingly. So Triumph have kind of tried to diminish that slightly and tried to just make it vibration free and fuss free and just make it a little bit more plush, a little bit more sophisticated, let's say. So along with the changes to the rear shock, the slight changes to the engine, it's pretty much the 1200 as before. Same power, same torque, same high-end spec, same big bike feel. In terms of actual figures, it's 148 horsepower and 95.9 foot-pounds of torque. And as I said, we've had a couple of days here in Austria just getting a feel for the new 1200. This is the GT Pro, so this is actually the lowest spec bike. And even with the lowest spec, you've still got a plethora of rider aids, multiple modes, traction control, big Stylemma Brembo brakes on the front, heated grips, heated seat, manual adjustable screen. It is a big list of what you get for this bike at 17,295. You don't have to raid the accessories catalogue like you do on some other models. In terms of comfort, it's almost unquestionable. It's such a comfortable, easy, smooth bike, and with those modifications that Triumph have made, it's even smoother than it was previously. This is a high-speed adventure bike that you can just sit on the autobahn, click it into cruise control and just sit back and enjoy. It is absolutely effortless at eating up big miles. We're here on the Hungarian border. If we wanted to go country hopping this afternoon, you could do it quite comfortably, quite easily on the big Tiger without any shadow of a doubt. In terms of negatives, the clocks are really informative, very clear, very simple, relatively easy to use, but just slow. It just feels like something's not happening. The hamster is not turning the wheel quick enough at the back. So when you flick from one screen to the next screen, it's just a kind of gentle flick from one screen to the other. It's just not what you'd expect from a premium over £17,000 bike. It feels like it's got clocks off something below 10,000, not above 15,000. And in terms of physicality and size and handling, the Brembo Stylemmas are really strong, really good stopping power. But in terms of big bike adventure handling, you have to make allowances for its physical size and its comfort. And you understand it is a big adventure bike, 246 kilograms. But it's just not giving me the feedback that I want. Here on perfectly smooth Austrian tarmac, here in the Alps, it's perfectly dry, never-ending corners that should be taken at third gear with the foot pegs on the floor. I just don't have that confidence to really enjoy the bike. I just haven't got the feel. I just don't think the standard rubber is giving me as much feedback as I want. I think if we change the rubber, that would have a dramatic feel on the bike. And when you flick it into sports mode, it does steer a lot better. When you're in the standard road or touring mode, it's really reluctant to go into the corner. You're almost trying to force the bike into doing something that it generally doesn't want to do. Sports mode does change the electronic suspension, and it does make the bike more eager to turn and easier to turn. But still, you're not flicking it through mountain passes with ease. You're kind of making it do something. I'm not pouring in sweat. It's not a physical ride, but I'm just forcing the bike rather than flowing with the bike. And I've also, when I'm on towards the limit, I just don't know where that limit is. I don't know if I've got 30% left or I've got maybe 5 or 10%. I've just not got the translation that some bikes want to transmit. And I appreciate you've got to make allowances. It is a big, powerful, heavy adventure bike. But there are other big, powerful, heavy adventure bikes that do transmit that. And this just doesn't. However, changing the rubber, I think, would have a dramatic effect on the Tiger. And it might be down to my riding style, because I'm quite a small, quite a light rider, and the bigger, heavier riders might actually like the handling and have more feedback. To sum up for 2024, Triumph have just tweaked it a little, just got the little niggles. It's less reluctant to stall, it's vibration, it's not completely vibration free, but it's less vibey than it was previously. They may have tarnished the character a little bit because it's not as vibey as it was previously, and it's lost a little bit of raspness, I think. But it's definitely smooth, it is super smooth. Put this on the Autobahn, click that cruise control, set it to what speed you want, and this is flying. This is effortless adventure touring. Get it into the twisties, not as great as I was expecting. Not bad, but you just have to make allowances for its physical size and its weight. If you've got any technical questions and you want to know exactly what Triumph have done to get rid of those vibrations and to help it not stall at junctions, then ask the questions below and we'll go a little bit more in depth. One of the guys at 1000 PS will get back to you, and I'll jump online from time to time and I'll answer any other questions. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and don't adjust your TV. I am really this short.